Thank you for helping your child with their homework. We're working on adding and subtracting mixed fractions, and we are also estimating addition and subtraction of mixed fractions. So we did 4 problems together in class, 1, 2, 3, and 8. So I will show you the rest of the problems that they were supposed to do in class or for homework if they did not finish. Starting with number 4. So they have their paper set up where it is estimating on one side and solving on the other side. Number 4, we have 5 3/4 minus 5 1/4. They're taught to recognize the benchmarks of 0, half, and 1, where this could be 5 0/4. 5 2/4, and 5 4/4, rounding to the nearest 0, the half, or the whole. 3/4 is exactly in the middle of 2/4 and 4/4, therefore it rounds up. This would be 6. So we have 6 minus 5 1/4 estimates to be 5 1/2. 6 minus 5 1/2 is 1/2. When they're solving this problem, they will write the problem again, 5 3/4 minus 5 1/4. First thing to look for is a common denominator. We have one, so we don't need to find one. Subtract the whole numbers, subtract the numerators. We also have to check to make sure that we don't have to borrow. 3 minus 1 is 2. Denominator stays the same. 5 minus 5 is 0. 2/4 reduces to 1/2. Number 5, we have 1 1/2 plus 2 3/5. We are estimating. 1 1/2 estimates to 1 1/2. We estimate to the 0, half, or whole. Plus 2 3/5. That estimates to be 2 1/2. Again, we can check that to make sure by working with our benchmarks, 0 2/5, 2 and 2.5 over 5, because that is the half, and 2 5/5. 3/5 would fall in right here. It's a half step away from 2.5, 2 full steps away from 5, therefore our estimate is a half. 1/2 plus 2 halves, 2 1/2 is 4. So 4 is our estimate. Now we will solve the problem. 1 1/2 plus 2 3/5. We do not have a common denominator. We have to find a common denominator. We check first to see if the bigger number is a multiple of the smaller number, and if it's not, we find a common denominator by multiplying our denominators together. We do not teach least common multiples in 5th grade. So 2 times 5 is 10. Because I multiplied 2 times 5, I also have to multiply 1 times 5 to find an equivalent fraction, that is 5. We multiplied 5 times 2 to get 10, so we also have to multiply 3 times 2 to get 6, our new numerator. We've made equivalent fractions here. 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10, and 3/5 is equivalent to 6/10. We will rewrite our problem with our common denominator, 1 5/10 plus 2 6/10. Now that we have a common denominator, we can add. 1 plus 2 is 3 wholes. 5 plus 6 is 11. Denominator stays the same. This is a fraction greater than 1. We know that because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. This regroups to 1 1/10. So our answer is 4 1/10. If they need to see 11/10, 11 divided by 10, it goes 1 time. 1 times 10 is 10. With 1 left over, that is 1 1/10 added to the 3 that we already have. That's 4 1/10.